My name is Dominic Barbado, and in this video I want to go over a book, Reality Transurfing. And obviously I don't think anyone knows that Reality Transurfing is almost an 800-page book. I wanted to go over the three things that I kind of learned in this book that I really think can impact your life going forward. So, if you've never heard of Reality Transurfing, you're gonna think it's some fairy tale stuff. I mean, look at this book. When I got it, I was like, okay, I don't know. I've heard about it. I've had a lot of channels that I follow on YouTube recommend it, and I just went for it. I decided that I should probably read this book and see if it changes my life, because everyone that had read the book was doing well, and everyone that had read the book, I take their advice seriously here on YouTube. And it depends who you follow on YouTube and what type of advice you like, but it's an indicator that you like good advice because you're watching this video and you want to learn about a really awesome book. So without further ado, one, the universe is like a mirror, and the mirror of the universe reflects back to you your thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if you are somewhere in your life and you are not getting what you want, and you are not doing what you want, and you are not feeling what you want, that has to start with your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and you have to completely change all of those things to then start a new path in life and on your journey. The mirror principle is probably one of the best principles I learned, because now I'm looking at the world more of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. Anything you feel, do, act is just a reflection of your inner being, your inner dialogue, your inner person. You are the observer of your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. And that's something from another book that I learned, but it relates to this principle essentially, is that you're the observer of every thought you have, not the thought itself. But I won't spend too much time on the mirror principle. I highly suggest buying this book. If anything, watch summaries on YouTube about it, similar to this type of dialogue. My next point is something that he kind of spends a lot of time on, and I think is very important, is something called slides. And this is going to sound very weird, and it's going to be more on the manifestation side of the journey in life, but slides essentially are similar to the slides you put in a projector, old day projectors that would project out whatever. So a slide is essentially an image or a video that you play in your mind repeatedly. And with this, he said something to me that really resonated with me and hit home on the fact of manifestation and visualization. If you are someone who believes in manifestation, law of attraction, and visualization, obviously someone who also does the actions in pursuit of those visions, you're going to resonate well with this statement. And it's the statement of the fact that when we visualize, when we manifest, a lot of the time, or at least I noticed for myself, a lot of the time I didn't put myself in those manifestations. I didn't put myself in those visualizations. And I think this is a very important thing to realize, is we have to put ourselves into those things in order to get them. So say you manifest a dream home, a big house, 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, whatever you believe is big for you, visualize that. Visualize yourself, and this is what the slide process really is, visualizing yourself inside of that home, living in that home, the couch you're on, the color of the couch, the floors, the walls, the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, the staircase, what you smell, what you feel, who's around you. It's all of these things in culmination that really make a slide come to life, and it's the culmination of repeatedly living within this slide every single day. If you hear any motivational speaker talk or any mindset coach speak, it is about understanding what you want, having a clear vision and goal to get it, and every day living in the fact as if it's done. And my mentor always told me, be, do, have. You have to be, then you do, then you have. First is the being. So you have to act as if. Act as if the house is yours. Act as if the smell in that house is yours. This was such an important thing to recognize, is the fact that every single day you visualize walking into your dream life. Every single day you play the slide of your dream life day in and day out, so that you can feel, be, and live your life as if those things are coming true. And you have to make them come true. It's not as if, it is there already. Like I said in the first point, life is a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. Life is a mirror, and it will mirror back to you what you feel. If you feel you are not, able to have that house, you will not have that house, because that's what the world gives you. The world meets you halfway. So show up to the world with a courageous attitude. Show up to the world and act and do and, progress, because the world wants to evolve. You don't have to be religious to believe in God or to believe in a creator, but you have to believe as if the creator is within you. You were created by something beyond your parents, and you have a soul and a being beyond who you are physically. And I think that's something very important that a lot of people need to learn. I'm not going to touch on that too much, but he does get a little religious in this book, and I think that's important to kind of recognize. So now I'm going to go into the third principle that I think, you don't hear a lot in these type of books. And if you look up the author of this book, he's called the mysticist or mysticism. And it can be mystic. It can just be a storybook to you. It can just be a way of thinking that you don't believe is true, but obviously it's not going to work for you if you believe that. I'm going to apply these principles, and that's all he says. He doesn't force anything on the book to you, but he does, tell you to go apply these principles to your life. And, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's up to you to find out. But you have to just apply what he says in this book. And truthfully, with such a thick book, there's a lot to kind of apply. But I think the last thing to talk about, and it's the topic of discussion for everyone, is money. The author of this book truly speaks of money in a different light than any other kind of self-help book or any other kind of like belief book does, similar to like Think and Grow Rich, stuff like that. We don't want the money. And it's a weird thought, but follow me along here. Obviously, if we have no money in our bank account, we're starving, we're hungry, we need food. All we want is money. All we want is to survive. All we want is to have another day. And it's a hard mindset to be, and it's not something that I've had to suffer with in my life, and I'm completely grateful for that. And if you have had to suffer from that in your life, then reach out to me. I will do whatever I can to help you if that's possible. But getting back to the point, money is a construct, a human construct that was created. I mean, if you think back 400 or 500 years, we weren't using, $100 bill. We weren't using credit cards. Credit cards were created not even 60 years ago. So money is a foreign concept and a social construct that was created in order to, debit and credit different things in society. Go to the grocery store to buy food, go out and buy the next greatest iPhone or the next greatest laptop or the next greatest camera. All these things are just constructs of the value that they are. So, the Sony camera that I have, maybe $1,000 camera, but Sony probably manufactures the camera for $300-400. So the main point that I'm trying to make, and what Vadim makes in Reality Transurfing, is to think of money as a byproduct of what you're trying to do. If you visualize money and say, I want $1 million, I want $1 million. Sure, maybe you'll get it if you work towards that and you have a business that's already doing 6 figures. Maybe that's tangible and realistic for you to work towards that. That's a good goal in terms of a business goal, in terms of financials, very good goal. But it's not the money that gives you, the money. It's what you do that's a byproduct of money. So let me try to explain that a little better. But what you do in life, let's say, okay, I own a vending machine business. My vending machine business is a byproduct of the money I make. So I have to set goals in my vending business in order to make money. And I think people go out saying, I want money, I want this, I want that, but they don't do the actions necessary to create the money that fulfills them in life. And I don't want to necessarily say this in a bad light, and I don't want to get canceled on probably one of my first YouTube videos on this channel, but the biggest thing to understand is that being poor is a mindset, being wealthy is a mindset. And I mean this in just the light of how wealthy people feel and how poor people feel with and without money. And it is simply a thought process, because poor people necessarily aren't necessarily willing to do the things that they have to do to get the money. Wealthy people will do anything in their power to get more money, to create more money, and it becomes a habit and a mindset. So as with anything in life, money is a habit, creating money is a habit. If you have bad financial habits, that's probably the first place that you should start, is to correct your finances. And I just believe that, as this book has stated, and as I've read tons of books, money is simply a byproduct of your actions. And if you think that money is going to come into your life without creating value for society or evolving yourself or developing your consciousness, it's not going to happen. It's something I struggle with many times. I've started many businesses and quote unquote failed because I gave up, because all I wanted to see was money. And this channel will push towards entrepreneurs and towards entrepreneurial success in business, because it's a main topic that's going on right now. But the truth of the matter is this, you have to get up, you have to go out, and you have to do something for society. Whether it's, mowing someone's lawn or starting a digital company or, offering someone video services that you use your phone for, you have to get up and project yourself. You have to get up and stand up for what you believe you're worth and put yourself in rooms where people value you and believe you have the abilities to do what you say you can do. And that's the biggest thing. The internet gives you the ability to learn anything, just like this video gave you the ability to summarize an 800-page book in less than 20 minutes or less than 15 minutes. It is very important and pivotal to your life, your success, and your happiness to understand who you are, where you come from, and where you want to go. And I think that's really the most beautiful thing ever, because this present moment is the future of your greatness, not your past, because you can start now developing a new personality, a new mindset, a new life. You can do anything from this moment, and you just have to know that, believe that, and do it. That's really all it is. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really believe that this channel is going to go on talking about more books. So if that's something that excites you, subscribe, like, comment. I want to meet as many people as I can, and hopefully, you know, we become friends over the journey of creating this YouTube channel and developing more videos out on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.